Hi everyone, my name is Lisa and in this video I'll tell you about something that can enhance or conversely spoil the bride's look. Specifically, we are going to talk about wedding shoes. When a girl thinks about a wedding, probably the first thing that comes to her mind is a dress. And indeed, it's one of the main attributes of this celebration, meant to emphasize the bride's beauty. However, that's not all. Shoes also play a significant role in the overall look, but the question is how to choose the right ones and what can help your feet feel comfortable on this special day. And this is what you will find out by watching this video until the very end. A wedding is a joyful event, but it requires physical endurance. Waking up early in the morning, the bride starts preparing for the registration, photo shoot and wedding dinner. In fact, from getting up at 7 in the morning, you'll either be standing or walking most of the time. Therefore, the choice of shoes should be thorough. To begin with, they should be both beautiful and comfortable at the same time. The search for such pair can sometimes, turn into a real quest. But I hope that this video will make your task a little bit easier. Some might ask, why do we need beautiful shoes if they're not visible under the dress anyway? But that's not entirely true. Firstly, they're particularly noticeable when you are walking or sitting. Secondly, they can contribute to really beautiful photographs, especially if you are planning to capture the bride's morning preparations. Moreover, if the dress is short, the shoes become one of the crucial details of the look. The shoes should also be comfortable because you'll have to wear them all day. Therefore, it's best to wear them already at home a few days before the event. I recommend around 15 minutes per day. However, keep in mind that patent leather shoes and fabric ones cannot be really broken in, while leather ones will soon become, hopefully, perfectly comfortable. Also pay attention to the arch. The higher it is, the more pressure on the ball of your foot. And consider also another important factor, which is the width of your foot. The shoes should not feel tight, even during the fitting. And in general, do not forget to protect vulnerable areas with sturdy plaster, or if necessary, you could use a special anti-blister stick for your feet. I will link all the accessories I mentioned in this video in the description, so go and check if necessary. Try to assess the situation realistically, because will you be able to have fun and dance in high heels all evening? If not, maybe you should look for, the perfect pair with lower or more stable heel. Alternatively, if you plan to wear a second pair of shoes to rest your feet, remember that the heel height should be the same, because otherwise wearing low-heeled shoes might make your dress too long and cause discomfort while walking. Wedding experts recommend considering the wedding venue when choosing shoes, especially if the ceremony takes place outdoors. This primarily affects the choice of heel heights, of course, because after all, you wouldn't want to struggle to go down the aisle on thin high heels if, for example, the ground is grass or sand. Of course, there might be specially designed pathways on such terrains, but you might still feel uncomfortable all evening worrying about getting your heels stuck in the ground. In this case, it's worth getting special heel protectors to prevent sinking. I will also provide you a link to have a look on what exactly I mean. I also want to note that when choosing heel height, don't forget to consider your height. In particular, your height difference with the groom, so you don't accidentally end up taller than him on the big day unless you want to. And of course, don't forget about the season. Depending on the season, you might need closed or open shoes, maybe even a few pairs. For example, if the celebration is planned for a cold time and you'll spend part of the time outdoors and the other part indoors, then you might really need 2 pairs of shoes. Creating a beautiful festive look is hardly possible without stylish, trendy footwear. That's why it's so important to choose shoes or sandals that not only accentuate the elegance of your outfit, but also align with the latest fashion trends. So what are the shoe trends for this season? shoes made from metallic leather, bridal shoes adorned with pearls, the classic model of wedding shoes, pumps. By the way, if their traditional shoes seems a bit dull to you, pay attention to trendy pumps with exquisite brooches. Also, if pumps aren't your preference, consider a more original option, shoes with an open back, framed by a delicate strap. Ballet flats adorned with pearls, feathers or bows is also a trend this season. In general, bows are a major trend accent this season, and any shoes with such decorations are fresh and stylish. Feathers on the shoes are also popular this year, and if feathers and floral details seems to elaborate, minimalist shoes or sandals are an excellent choice. They will fit perfectly into a strict bride's image, or conversely highlight the beauty of an original dress without stealing the spotlight. If the celebration is outdoors or your attire has a casual style, white sneakers or trainers will look good. Of course, when choosing shoes, consider the dress details and the material it's made of. Based on this, you can look for shoes that match or contrast the texture. Now, let's move on to the purchasing stage. If you are ordering shoes online, pay close attention to the return policy. If you have any doubts, it's better to return the shoes without hesitation, and the more complicated the return process, the more tempted you might be to keep them and then suffer on the day of the event. And this is definitely what we don't want. After buying shoes, don't rush to remove the tags. After 1 or 2 fittings, you might still not know how comfortable the shoes will be and whether you can spend the whole day in them. So walk around your house in them to assess the comfort and return them to the store if needed. If you prefer not to buy shoes online and would rather visit stores yourself, then I recommend save time by finding similar models online. Then save photos and show them to the sales consultants in the store. Please also think about if you won't actively wear your wedding shoes actually after the wedding, because if so, it's probably a good idea to consider something, less extravagant. I want to emphasize that even if you stumble upon what you believe to be the wedding shoes of your dreams, refrain from purchasing them if you haven't found the dress yet. Shoes need to complement the dress harmoniously in terms of style, color, texture, and more. Therefore, you should buy them around the same time. And this way you can make sure they go well together and look harmonious. Additionally, if you plan to adjust the dress length, what is in most cases the case, the heel height of the shoes will be crucial. If you attend a fitting at the atelier with both the dress and shoes, it will really help the tailor achieve the perfect dress length for an impeccable look. Also keep in mind that if you have a long, straight cut dress made from lightweight fabric, the hem might catch on the rhinestones of the shoes or other decorative elements, especially if they are located at the front of the shoes. Lastly, I'd like to remind you that the quality of your wedding shoes is an important factor that's worth not skimping on. So rather invest in your wedding shoes, not to suffer afterwards. And the very last personal tip from me. Consider getting at least moderately high heels. Avoid ballet flats or flat shoes. Heels immediately elongate your silhouette, altering your posture, and the girl truly transforms into princess. You can bring ballet flats with you to change into, for instance, during the latter part of the event, to give your feet a break, or if you feel like, dancing your heart out. But at the very least, wear heels for the ceremony and when greeting guests. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new videos. And of course, please write in the comments if you have questions or other shoe selection tips. In the meanwhile, I wish you luck in finding those perfect shoes that will make you feel like a princess. And see you in the next video very soon. Bye bye.